Hello, and thank you for watching our Benefits of Working with a Registered Investment Advisor presentation. This is our first presentation in a series that we will be releasing. We thought it best to start off with the basics. What is a registered investment advisor? What are the benefits of working with a registered investment advisor? And what are the differences between a registered investment advisor and a registered representative? My name is Michael Arago. I am the President and the Chief Investment Advisor of M.W. Arago Investment Advisors. M.W. Arago Investment Advisors, founded in 2003, is an independent, fee-only registered investment advisor. We're a family and employee-owned business. So that means that all of our employees have a stake in the success of our business, and our business, of course, has a stake in the success of our clients. So we're all interrelated, that our success is your success and your success is our success. Our firm provides investment management, wealth planning, and tax preparation services. Our optimal client relationship is to consider taxes and investments. So what that means is we would love for all of our clients to utilize our tax preparation and investment management services. Now, this isn't always the case, and that's all right. We have some clients who just use us to prepare their income taxes. We have some clients who just utilize us to manage their investments, and that's okay. That's fine with us. It is not a requirement to use our firm to utilize both of those services, but we find that it is certainly the optimal relationship we have with a client, because if we are able to manage both ends of that spectrum, taxes and investments, it's just easiest for us hand in hand to maximize tax savings and then maximize tax efficient investing as well. Our client advisor relationships are dynamic. This means that we meet and talk with you frequently. We typically would leave it up to the client, as frequent as you would prefer, but there does have to be some ongoing communication. It isn't the type of relationship where you would just meet with us, set up your portfolio, and then rarely hear from us again. That's not how our accounts work. That's not how we want our relationships to work with our clients. That is a requirement to become a client of our firm, is that you are open to and aware of the dynamic relationship that we need to have with you to make sure that our programs work best for you. So here's a little bit of an agenda of what we're going to cover, what our clients want, what we as registered investment advisors deliver, what the average profile of a registered investment advisor is, what the average profile of a registered representative is, how we differ as an RIA from registered representatives, which option is right for you, and then we'll just do a quick wrap up. So to start, what our clients want. What do our clients want from us? What do clients want in general from a registered investment advisor? And that is an independent relationship for the long term. Our clients want a relationship with a financial professional where they know they are both working towards the same goal. Investment decisions with your best interests in mind. So, what does that mean? That means that your goals are our goals. Whatever goals that you have in mind for yourself, those are the goals that we have. Whatever that goal may be, whether it's funding your retirement at a particular age, whether it's funding your child's education at a particular age, whether it's saving money on taxes, whether it's managing a recent inheritance that you came into, whatever your goal is, that's what our goal is for dealing with you in the long term. Now, we are a fee-based registered investment advisor firm. That means that we do not accept commissions. We are strictly fee-based. We earn our income from either charging you for our investment advice or charging an assets under management fee for managing your account. As we'll see in the coming slides, that is very different from how a registered representative makes their money, earns their compensation from you. Our clients have chosen to work with us for a number of very important reasons. They want a financial advisor who puts their interests first, understands their specific financial situation, offers straightforward advice that reflects their long-term goals, recommends investment solutions that best fit their unique needs, and uses a fee-based structure that encourages unbiased advice. So those bullet points there are what a comprehensive suitability profile of you. We strive to ensure your needs are being met through a personal relationship and a committed pursuit of your investment goals. Again, your goals are our goals. We want to manage your account. We want a wealth plan for you according to what you want, according to what your goals and objectives are. We make portfolio recommendations consistent with your objectives. Again, your objectives are our objectives. Your success is our success. The compensation that a registered investment advisor earns is typically aligned with the assets that are managed, and this is certainly true for our firm, that we earn our revenue based on a percentage of the assets that we manage for our clients. So obviously, as the value of the accounts grow, so too does the amount of money that we earn for managing that account. So it is naturally in our best interests to continue to grow your account. That is very different from a registered representative. The registered representative is making money off of your transactions, off of the client's transactions, buying and or selling. So it doesn't necessarily matter to them the size of your account, whether it's growing or not. What matters is the amount of those transactions that you're making in the account. That's how they're making their money. A registered investment advisor is also required to disclose those fees. We do on a percentage and total dollar amount value, so that you can see exactly what you're paying us to manage your account. It's extremely important to know this, to know how much you're paying for your financial service. As a fiduciary, it is our responsibility to report that to you. Now, this isn't to say that a registered representative doesn't, but there is a lot more considered with a registered representative. There are sales charges, there are what is known as 12B1 fees, there are administrative fees, there are all types of fees that you may run into with using a registered representative. With a registered investment advisor, you are typically only paying that assets under management fee. There usually are not any other fees that are involved. So that's a little bit about how an RIA is compensated. The profile of an RIA. Now this is of course all based on an average. Most RIAs are independent business owners. There are very few large registered investment advisors out there. It's almost like a professional corporation that you'll find what a registered investment advisor is, like a law firm. There are usually multiple partners or sole proprietors who own these businesses. Those sole proprietors themselves are trained professionals. They have advanced degrees in finance and investments. They hold professional designations in their respective fields. Most of RIAs fall into that category. We have a statistic there from a study done in 2008 that says 48% of individuals interviewed with household incomes of $75,000 or more feel that an independent financial advisor is most likely to provide them with the best advice. 48%, that's a pretty big number. The primary function of a registered investment advisor is to give advice. That's why advisor is in the title. Compensation. Registered investment advisors charge either a flat fee for advice or a percentage of assets under management, or both, depending on the type of relationship you may have with them. The most important part, responsibility to the client, legally bound to serve the best interest of their clients. Fiduciary, legally bound. This is very different, again, from a registered representative. Regulatory. Registered investment advisors are overseen by the Securities and Exchange Commission in their respective home states. As the example for our firm, based in Rhode Island, We are regulated by the Rhode Island Department of Business Regulation, Securities Division. The profile of a registered representative, you'll find, is very different from the profile of a registered investment advisor. A registered representative is typically an employee or a contractor of a broker-dealer firm. Broker-dealers are primarily in the business of buying and selling securities for their clients. For instance, Merrill Lynch is a broker-dealer. Ameriprise is a broker-dealer. Wells Fargo Financial Advisors is a broker-dealer. Their business is buying and selling securities. They then have a sales force, and this sales force is inclusive of registered representatives who then sell those securities to their clients. The primary function of a registered representative is to facilitate securities purchase and sale transactions for their clients. Very different from a registered investment advisor. Registered investment advisor primary function is advice. Registered representative primary function transactional. Very different. Transactions versus advice. Compensation of a registered representative is commission-based. A lifetime ago, when I was a registered representative, my income was earned based on commissions. If I sold my client a particular mutual fund in their account, I earned a commission by selling them that mutual fund. 100%. That's how a registered representative earns their commission. And the commission that is charged to the client, it not only goes to the registered representative, who again is more likely than not a contractor, it also goes to the broker-dealer firm. Responsibility to the client. A registered representative responsibility is to ensure that the investment recommendations are suitable for the client and that they provide the best execution of client orders. Again, very transactional in nature is their responsibility. Registered investment advisor, fiduciary, put your clients first. Registered representative, transactional, get the best execution of client orders. Now, is that to say that's wrong? No, of course not. But it's just to understand the difference in the relationship that you would have with a registered investment advisor and a registered representative. Regulatory registered representatives fall under the regulation of the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA, formerly known as the NASD, along with the SEC and state regulatory agencies. Registered representatives are typically accosted to a lot more regulations than registered investment advisors. Now, why is that? Registered investment advisors fall under the blanket obligation to put their client interests first. If a registered investment advisor is not putting their client's interests first, then they're in the wrong. Whereas a registered representative who has those more loosely worded responsibility of providing best execution, ensuring recommendations are suitable, they need a lot more regulations, and that's probably why they fall under an extra regulatory body, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. Another statistic from the 2008 study, only 8% of individuals interviewed with household income of $75,000 or more feel a broker-dealer is more likely to provide them with the best service. 8%. Very low number. Versus 48%, which was for the registered investment advisor. Now, looking at these primary functions, the compensation, what do you see with a registered representative? Very sales-based, commission-based, sales. Facilitate securities purchase and sale transactions, sales. So you'll probably find that most registered representatives are salespeople. When I was a registered representative, a gentleman I worked with, he used to sell encyclopedias before he became a registered representative, and I certainly hope he's not listening to this and feeling that I'm slighting him in any way, because I'm not. He was a salesperson. A registered representative is a salesperson's job. So that's the only point I'm trying to get across, is that while you'll find a registered investment advisor is typically a professional, an educated professional for finance, for investments, etc., a registered representative is more along the lines of a salesperson. So those are a basic way of looking at the differences in the profiles of each role. So how do we differ? Here's just a little bit of a side-by-side comparison of the primary function, compensation, responsibility, and regulatory agencies that oversee a registered investment advisor and a registered representative. Again, what I can't harp on enough is looking at the differences. Registered investment advisor, advice. Registered representative, transaction. Now, does that mean that everybody should have a registered investment advisor? No. There are plenty of investors out there, plenty of clients out there. They just want that transactional relationship. I see commercials from Charles Schwab, who even tries to tout their transactional relationship for the self-trader, the person that trades their own account. So it's not always for the right person, and that's why we have that slide for who the right type of client is to have to hire a registered investment advisor. So the big things to take note of: registered investment advisor, advice; registered representative, transactions; registered investment advisor, legally bound to serve the best interest of their clients; registered representative, best execution of client orders, transactions. So which option is right for you? These are some questions that you should ask yourself before deciding what type of relationship is best for you: a registered investment advisor or a registered representative. What are you looking for? Are you looking for just assistance with buying and selling individual securities, or are you looking for investment advice, or are you looking for both? How do you want to pay your financial professional? Are you okay with paying them fees? Are you okay with paying them a commission? Which way would you prefer? Do you want a long-term, holistic approach to the management of your investments, or would you prefer it be more transaction-oriented? And how important is it to you that your financial professional have a fiduciary responsibility to you? Is that important to you? Yes or no? So those are the main questions that you should be asking yourself before deciding which option is right for you. Are you currently in a relationship with a registered investment advisor or a registered representative? And if you are, these questions, the answer to these questions will help you determine as to whether or not you are making the right decision. And again, it's not to say either way is right or wrong, it's what is best for you. Going back to the 2008 study, 60% of individuals surveyed said that they are more comfortable receiving financial advice from someone who is paid a flat fee or percentage of assets versus 23% for a person who is paid on commission for products they sell. And again, I realize it's a loose analogy, but I'll go back to purchasing a vehicle from somebody. Are you going to get objective and unbiased advice on a vehicle that you're purchasing from a car salesman? I don't know. Do you think you will be? Their goal is to sell you that car. So are you going to get that unbiased advice from purchasing that car? Which is probably the way a lot of people are now seeing it, and that how can you get unbiased advice from somebody who's trying to sell you something, whose job is to sell you something, just like a registered representative. Their job is to sell you stock or mutual funds or annuities. Can you take their unbiased advice? Is it right for you? Again, loose analogy, but it's one of the better ones that we can provide to put it in its simplest terms. But these are the questions you should be asking yourself. Which option is right for you? So to wrap up this presentation, I realize that the alternatives can be confusing, and that what is most important is that you must know what you want and need, understand the different options you have, and then choose the one that best suits your objectives. And that could be either one, the registered investment advisor or the registered representative. But those two are the main dichotomies of financial professionals that you could hire. Now there is a third alternative, of course, and that is to not hire a financial professional and to self-direct, to manage your own money. We wouldn't do a presentation on the differences there. I think they're obvious. And there is a drawback to managing your own money. There is a natural disadvantage to managing your own money. Emotion. One is always emotional about managing their money. It's natural, it's human nature, it happens to all of us. Even the financial professional managing their own money has to work extremely hard to remove the emotion from the equation. So, by saying that, that is the argument, that the self-directed individual will always have emotion to battle, and that is disadvantage enough to know that it is more advantageous to hire a financial professional. But be aware, you do always have that alternative. If you don't want to deal with trying to figure out which way to go is better for you, if you don't want to pay to have somebody manage your money, then you'd always have that available to you, of course, but just know you're already at a disadvantage right outside the gates. So for more information about registered investment advisors, you can visit these two links on the SEC's website, www.sec.gov, and go to the investment advisor division, and you can look up all types of information about investment advisors, registered investment advisors. You can look up individual investment advisor firms. You can look up the different rules and regulations that investment advisors must follow. Good reading material if it's something that does interest you. So I want to thank you for watching this very brief presentation on the benefits of using a registered investment advisor. Of course, as you know, my firm is a registered investment advisor, but we are a registered investment advisor because we truly believe that that is the best business model, that is the best type of relationship that an investor can have. I will always say that, of course, use our firm as a registered investment advisor, right? Of course, I'm going to say that, but if not, make sure you are using a registered investment advisor if that is what you feel is going to work best for you. You don't need a lot of money to start. It is not expensive as you might think it is. It is not only for the wealthy. It is for everybody. It is for everybody who wants to work with a financial professional. It is with everybody who wants to invest. So again, thank you very much for your time in viewing this presentation. All of our contact information is listed on this slide. If you have any questions or would like to make comments, please feel free to contact us through any of these means. Thank you.